It's me and Luke. It's me and Luke. On the internet. Theoretically, you'll be able to hear Luke. Can you hear Luke? Anybody?
I can hear you.
I know you
can hear anyone
me.
Hear me?
Anyone hear Luke? This is our new software, which I thought I'd got the hang of, and then haven't. Very much haven't. Yes. So, Luke, speak something so people can say they can hear you. That's my issue.
I said hello. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now?
I don't know. I can hear you. But we're waiting for people on Richard Simpson. We're waiting for Richard Simpson to tell us he can hear us. That's the issue. Yes, he can hear you. So that's fine. Hello, and welcome to the amazing inaugural streaming of... who's that? Who's going to have to go to church? Oh, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. I had some significant issues with my internet, so I couldn't come on. But we're live now, and we are working as far as I can tell. And so, yeah. How is everybody?
I'm very well. How is everybody else?
Yeah, Luke's very subdued. I'm trying to encourage him to speak, and he's like, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Look, are you watching it on the Facebook, Luke?
I'm trying to, but it's playing up for me at the minute.
Dan, stop talking, then we might be able to hear Luke. That's what it says on the Facebooks. So
it's a wise choice at all times, I think.
Nothing is moving though. Is the video frozen? No, I think is it moving now? Woo, woo. It's just we haven't got our hands there. That's all. So this is our inaugural video YouTubey type thing. Well, it's not YouTube, it's Facebook, isn't it? And with some super special new software, and it's just a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. I don't know what I'm doing, but theoretically, it should be all right. So yeah. Daniel's good, but he's leaving, so goodbye. Right, okay, so what are you painting today, Luke?
I am painting a beaver.
Oh, nice.
Running my brush over a vast and magnificent beaver.
Marvellous. I am painting Batman, because I always paint Batman on these streams. But
you are quite dull like that.
I must admit, I'm finding the whole painting of Batman to becoming quite tedious. Although I'm very close to...
Magnificent beaver.
Marvellous.
Oh, sorry.
That's you, that.
Sorry.
Unprofessionalism.
I know.
Yeah. So what I'm doing first, though, is preparing my wet palette, because I need a new thingy on it. So let's have a look. Yeah, Mark Cook doesn't have any internet problems. In fact, let's see Mark Cook's ridiculous statements. There, look at him. Yeah, you should consider fucking off, to be honest.
Oh, that's charming.
Well, he shouldn't be winding me up. I'm already wound up by everyone being at Dice Tower Con.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, and having a good time. And I know for 100% fact that if I was there, I'd be relatively miserable. But it doesn't stop me going like thinking. I don't know, being jealous is what I am.
Yeah, you're right. I am very jealous as well.
Yeah.
It is, Eric, is my beaver not most impressive?
Yeah.
I have been told that by many, many people.
So look, I'm putting my... you've got nicer lighting than me as well. Mine's all grey and stuff. I'll take that off. See, this is the problem with stuff
What
like
the hell was
that.
that?
It was. I can select. Thingies. I can select comments and highlight them. Look.
That's...
Yeah, so I can put Eric's up here, look. He skipped Dice Tower Con 2 this year in order for solidarity. Well done, Eric. We'll boycott it together. I met Eric for the first time at Dice Tower Con. That's one of the main reasons I'm not going again, just in case something like that happens.
I was about to say poor Eric.
Well, there is an element of that. Oh, I forgot. I also need to finish off some of my Riddler dudes because they're not done yet. Look,
because of the vast progress you made last time.
Well, they're getting better. Look, they're getting there. You can see.
Let's have a look.
See on Facebook. You can see my Riddler dudes. Well, you won't be able to see it now yet because it's
I was
not
going to
there.
say it's too. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got him. It's not wonderful focus. I need a better.
Very blonde. Look
Yeah.
kind of like they're in a boy band.
I need better lights. I think. I don't know if anyone can hear. There's. Oh, we've switched. Well, don't. Oh, Mark Cook is complaining that we switched sides.
How have we switched sides?
Probably on Google Hangouts. We were. No, because Google Hangouts just
Hey.
highlighted. This is
pop
much
up-
better because we've got a split screen now, Mark. A split screen. We can bring. Do I put on a? Sorry. A split screen. I need to finish the thoughts that I'm having before starting to answer the thoughts. I'm really stressed at the moment because my internet has been a son of a gun, and so
He
Luke's-
said far worse than that via a message earlier.
Indeed, I did.
He was not a happy bunny.
I'm not happy, Bunny, because we pay quite a bit of money for fibre broadband, and we get a 2 megabyte download. Whereas Mike blooming Delicio the other day, he was talking about his, and he was telling me he gets how much does he get? He gets 60 odd.
Well, to be fair, my old housemate Steve, he lives down the road in Ely, about only 10 miles down the road, 15 miles.
Yeah.
And he's on Virgin on their super mega fast, and he gets like 150, 200. It's ridiculous. My download is as fast as his upload. It's absolutely belittling and demoralising. It's horrific. And suitably jealous I am. I will happily admit.
What do you mean by flipped the image, Mark? Mark's saying it's flipped the image.
I think it's flipped the images or something. What do you mean, Mark?
Yeah, what?
Are we not portrait left and right? Dan's on the left and I'm on the right.
Yeah, that's what I thought we are. This is me.
Quite
Look,
far right sometimes for me,
oh,
but
I can't even find where the bloody camera is. Here. Oh, no. What's going on here? Oh, that's because I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is me. I was looking at the Facebook one. I'm like, why is that not working?
Sweat.
I am seriously. I don't know. So yeah. Oh, I need my.
Richard, if it wasn't broadband, it would be something else.
It would.
He'd have something to moan about.
So yeah. So we can see who comes on. So hello, John McDonald, my old friend from Brisbane. He's on. That's good. Now, I am going to be painting. This guy has got a. I need to work out where there. That's the wrong brush. Oh dear. So yes, if anyone hasn't watched one of these before, they are not intended to be in any way, shape, or form entertaining.
Oh dear. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, well, you can.
Much appreciated. Just poke the bear. Why don't you?
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, I get about the same as Mark.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I get between 35 and sort of 42 on a very good day. But I don't get upload speeds as much as I only get up to like 10, between like 6 and 10, sort of, about
really
8.
need much more than 6 or 10, though, surely.
Probably not. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
The upload speed is why my why I was having so much trouble recording podcasts, because I kept cutting out so no one could hear me because my upload speed was really poor. Yeah, but I don't know. Whenever I do...
Hello, Marcus.
Hello,
Marcus has
Brisman.
arrived.
If anyone does want to join us, we could try it, because theoretically I can have up to 25 people on this. I have no idea how that would work. It will probably give me a coronary. But it's Skype this works through. We're no longer in the realms of Google Hangouts, because the reason I've changed...
We've gone back to the Millennium Bug kind of era.
The reason I changed was because this guy doesn't look right at all. It always looks it's always the same whenever I try and do skin highlighting. It looks like some kind of Skeletor. I mean, look at him. It's ridiculous.
Just checking in quickly.
Who's that?
Marcus.
Well,
what was that big bag of sweets you had, Marcus? Where had you been? What justified such gluttony?
You don't need to justify gluttony.
No, I don't know, but Vikings have to be in peak physical form at all times to pillage to the best of their ability.
Have you seen that Vikings comedy show?
No.
On Netflix.
No, what's it called?
What's it called, Marcus? You'll know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Martin Wheeler says one of us maintains a clean mat, whereas the other one looks like a toxic spill. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Not sure which of us you're talking about. Yeah. Look at that face.
No, I can't think who he means either. Marcus is at the in-laws. Where are the in-laws, Marcus? I presume still Sweden, I presume. Physical form, have you seen me?
Oh, I'm really disappointed with his face. I'm just. The world is frustrating me today. They're all ganging up on me. Oh, that's why I've got the wrong tone of flesh. That's why I don't like it. Right, I'm going to use a different flesh tone.
Bollocks! He's wearing trousers. Damn it.
No, it's Norseman. I think it's called. There's a Viking show that was made in Sweden or Norway or something like that, and basically they filmed it in Norwegian or Swedish or whatever. No one really cares, do they? And then,
sorry, I was just reading Mark's comment.
And then
Stromstedt.
They filmed it in English and also in Swedish, but kind of simultaneously. So they did one take in English and then stopped and then retook the same scene in Swedish and stuff, which is
that's quite cool.
A level of language ability which is far beyond anything I'll ever achieve. But it's a comedy, and it's very funny, but it's also very, very gruesome. You'll probably enjoy it, actually, Luke. You should check it out now.
What are you trying to say? I like gruesome things.
Well,
I
don't know. I presume you do. Otherwise, you'd certainly do something about your appearance, I would have thought. Change your personal style.
I don't think initially there was an insult there. I assumed there was, and then I think you turned it into one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't provoke me, Luke, because I'm close to the edge. As who sung that? Because I'm close to the edge.
No, I'm no good with things like that, I'm afraid. That's just not.
Well, I'm sure someone could Shazam that after my wonderful rendition. Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. Anyway.
God.
I'm trying to cheer myself up after my incredible stress. That's interesting.
What's that?
Yes, Norseman. That's what I'm after. No, the thing that's interesting is Marcus is so close to the border with Norway that they come over and spend their oil money. So I didn't realise Sweden and Norway had a big wealth disparity. Or is he just being amusing?
I think he's being Scandi racist.
Aha, Scandi racist.
When I was in where were we? Was it Estonia, Tallinn? I think it must have been. All we did was keep running into Finnish people who would catch the ferry, get absolutely twatted in Tallinn, and then catch the first ferry back at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because it's cheaper, isn't it?
Considerably cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tallinn is a cheap night.
Where's Tallinn?
Estonia.
All right, so did you say that already?
I did. Yeah.
I was too busy trying to concentrate on the chat. Thai Voice is watching. I've got a secret about Thai Voice. Do you want to know the secret? Oh. Ty, can I tell everybody your secret that you told me the other day?
Yes. Where's Ty? I can't see Ty anywhere. Where's Ty?
She's on the thingy. It says bring them on camera. I don't know what that means. I'm going to click it.
Sorry, am I off camera? Is that my fault?
No. There's a little link saying bring them on camera.
Oh, I see.
Next to Ty. I'm going to press it, see what happens. Bring Ty on camera. Their friends won't be able to watch this live video unless they're
Cancel it. Nick's here.
Okay. What?
Cancel the show. Nick's here.
Who's Nick who?
Nick Bloomin' Welford.
I can't see him. How do you know he's there?
It says he's watching. Watching. He's always watching.
Do you know, I think you've got a different feed coming up than me. I think that's the issue. It's not a universal feed.
I've got the Facebook chat. What are you working?
Well, I've not got the Facebook chat, dickhead. But what I'm saying is, unlike YouTube...
Why do I get attacked like that? Yeah, go on.
Because you're talking crap. Unlike YouTube, we've both got Facebook chat open, but unlike YouTube, Facebook is more selective on what it shows us. And it's showing me different things than it's showing you. Because I've got... Which is very interesting indeed. So the people that turn up and say hello. Hello, John! Are you not at Dice Tower Con?
Howdy.
John.
Howdy.
No. John says howdy because he's an American.
Yes, I
but
get that.
It would be inappropriate for us to say howdy. I've met John at Essen and his wife.
Well, there you go. I didn't know that about Norway. Did you, Dan?
Well, no, I was around poor and
massively Yeah.
No, I didn't. I knew the Scandinavian countries are generally relatively wealthy, but I just wondered if that was because of the taxation system. Although I don't know why that would make you wealthy. But kind of socially well off, aren't you? In Norway, we like 700 days annual leave, and you pay a lot of tax, but you get a lot back. I think is the Norwegian model. But I'm saying that.
How many beavers, badgers, and bunnies figures do you have now? Right, hang on. From the actual Burrows and Badgers range, I'll try to see if I can get one on camera for you.
I'm going to try and use my phone. I think like you were doing, Luke, but I think it might just wreck my speeds as well, because you have to be on the same kind of Wi-Fi network and stuff.
No, I got it plugged in.
Oh, you got your phone plugged in?
You can do it that way. You can do it on the same, but my PC is also not Wi-Fi. My PC is Ethernet.
Right.
So there you go, Martin. That's all of mine. So here I have badger, otter, kingfisher, shrew, sparrow, nun, fox, stoat, rabbit, which I've accidentally based on the size of a hare, so it's going to be a hare now, snake, and a squirrel.
What's your rabbit? Is it which rabbit have you got?
The
yeah, the actual one. I've got that one.
Yeah. Have I got that in the right place there? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? It's a bit weird. I've got the actual one.
This is by far and away my favourite of almost all the range.
Which one's it? Is it a fox?
No, it's a squirrel. It's just, I just love the pose. Like it's just ready to, just about waiting for somebody to just get in the right spot before they loose an arrow into the back of the head.
I'll show you what I've been doing with my Burrows and Badgers, because I'm in the middle of But yeah, no one's interested in you, Mark Cook, and your Denmark comments. We all know you're CEO now. No one is impressed.
I'm interested and I'm impressed, Mark.
Impressed by his CEO-ness. He's just rubbing it in everyone's face.
You're missing a pine martin, Luke. They are ace. I'm trying to think what a pine martin looks like.
It's like a ferret. They're all that kind of...
of course they are. Yeah, of course they are. Yes.
Look, Luke. I need you to admire my tree.
Sorry,
you're waiting, aren't you?
Oh, it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. Got apples on it.
Look good. Looks really good.
And I'll show you something else I've been doing as well. Hang on a second. I'll have to unplug myself from my earphones.
Gives us a moment's peace.
I've been doing tons of these, which are... You can't really see. The problem with my webcam is it's got no kind of focusing ability. But look, lots of dry stone walls that's going to surround my my what's it. So
I'm just waiting for them to come up.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Oh, they look really good, man.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm getting there. It's taking a long time. Terrain is a lot longer to do than painting. You're whipping through them Burrs and Badgers, dudes.
I am indeed, yeah. And I'm loving it. Yeah. Loving them.
Loving it like that. He's in bed.
Are you still wearing your CEO suit, Mark?
See, if I need to be some kind of... Are you still wearing your CEO suit, Mark? I keep forgetting you can't see the same things on the screen I am, because I've got the...
Do you mean I can't see the sentence that I just said out loud that you then repeated?
Yeah, but I put it on the screen, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Sorry, yeah. No, I can see that as well.
Yeah. I'm just impressed with that feature, though. I don't know what I'd ever do with it. I think you'd have to not be trying to paint something at the same time in order to properly sort that out. So I think they've stopped now, but they've been having a music festival in the next village over to us, and there's been loads of bands. They sounded quite good, actually. All my family went apart from me because I'm antisocial. But yeah, one of the neighbours. I've just
realised Mr. Delisio definitely won't be coming on, will he?
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He might,
because he's been a lucky bugger.
Yeah. Although he's pining for me.
Oh,
he says it's not the same without me. He says he really wishes he hadn't come and he just stayed at home in a dark room instead.
Yeah, I'm with you, Marcus. I was the same. I thought it seemed like a nice little game, but
can the writing appear anywhere other? I would imagine so. And I said, let's see if I can move it. Whoa, yeah, there. Look, that's good, isn't it? I would like that to be automatic, so it would kind of come on and off, but it won't. So that's fine. Luke doesn't know what I'm talking about because he's not tech savvy like me.
Oh yeah, you've just proved how tech savvy you are today.
Yeah. Oh, I need to find a better way of filming this instead of using that camera. That camera cost me quite a bit of money as well. I'm not convinced it's good for this kind of work.
I like Martin Wheeler.
Yeah, I don't. I think he's an arsehole. I could do some subtitles. Hang on a second. Oop. Uh-oh. Alright, okay.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. Yeah.
What have you done?
It's alright. No one cancel. There's some text, look. I told you. Oh. Damn it. I'm so tech savvy, it is untrue.
Text.
There we go. There's a nice subtitle for you. So that's good. I
can't see it.
No, you can't because there's a faint delay. That's the problem. Okay. We'll just have to wait. What are they talking about now? That's what I want to know.
They're talking about the game Mark played on live the other day.
Oh, right, yeah, that weird one.
Yeah.
There you go, subtitles.
I think it's an arse. Just saying, no, not a arse, but
Is it?
yeah.
I'll change that. Need to get it correct.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to call someone an arse,
Yeah.
at least get it right. I mean, that's just. Otherwise, it's a little hypocritical.
Yeah. There we go. Change that. That should work. Right. So, yes. I'll move that because that is... There we go. I can go down there. Dum, dum, dum. So I'm going to wait for that wash to dry now. And then, there you go, Luke. I've changed it for you, just for you.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. You would. That's probably, quite possibly, the nicest thing anyone said about you. That's the whole thing. Right, so all those Riddler dudes are going to go over there. I've had enough of them. And now I'm going to start painting something else. Let's paint this lady here. So I've got all these...
It's a narce.
These civilians to do for Batman. Are you painting Batman, John? I know John's got Batman. Recently, the...
Oh, Mike is watching.
well, no one's interested if Mike's watching. Mike! Look at this amazing stuff we've got. Look, we can do all sorts of stuff. Look, you can do that. You can put subtitles on. Are you impressed? That's good. And you can put things like...
Are you actually going to bloody paint anything, you friggin' child?
I've done lots of painting. Look, I've been putting the wash on these dudes. I'm at the controls. I'm at the controls of this seamless technological wonder. I've got these. I'm like a bank of computers in front of me where I'm controlling things.
Version of Titanic, basically.
I've still got the issue. I realised just as I was.
You've got some bloody issues. Yeah.
Do you mind? I'm talking here, Luke.
Sorry.
It's all right.
No, what say?
I realised the other day that I had ordered a big brush.
What did you realise? I'll stop now. Shut up. Go on.
You better do, because I've got the. I'm gonna mute you.
Threaten me. Did you hear those threats, people?
So I'm gonna try and paint this woman, these women like this. This is what they are. I don't think I'm ever going to use them. I'm getting more and more convinced.
I've used them.
Have you?
Yeah, I used them in the Hush and who's the guy who comes with Hush, who looks like Robin in Angry Robin.
Well, Hush was Robin.
I thought Hush was Batman.
No, Hush is Jason Todd.
Oh, that's who the other character was, Jason Todd.
Oh, right, okay, so there must be some...
Hush and Jason Todd.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My eyes are going. That's the other thing. Why I'm not doing as much painting. Oh.
What, John? What are those Reaper Bones miniatures actually like? I know they're really cheap, and I know they do just about everything. But are they actually any good? I mean, is the plastic really odd? I mean, it looks a bit like a really weird sort of plastic.
It's board game plastic, isn't it?
It looks harder than that. It looks like how I remember the original GW stuff. This little real white, hard plastic, but kind of not.
I don't think it's
hard like it is now, kind of thing.
I think it's quite soft plastic.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the impression I get. I get the impression it's nasty, not nasty, but just cheap, soft plastic. So you get a kind of it's tabletop quality stuff. You know, it's board game quality miniatures. I think. think I've had. Well, anyway, John will tell us.
It's a bit rubbery. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of kind of bent swords and all that kind of stuff. I tell you what I'm finding most hard is painting with the camera. I think that's why I'm slower than I normally am. I also got the wrong size brush. Don't know. Yeah, so I ordered these new brushes from Rosemary and Co. I ordered
the set you showed me.
Yeah, the set I showed you ages ago, and I've only just realised today they haven't come.
That wasn't ages ago. That was 4 days ago. You showed me that set.
It was not 4 days ago. It was at least a week ago. In fact, it was probably this time
was
last
it?
week. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we have to write to them.
Can I have an opinion from yourself and other people?
Yeah.
What colour would you go with this?
Oh, I'm rubbish at colour.
The whatever you call the staff of his Warhammer.
Oh, the staff. I'd go with a deep red. A dark
That's
red.
What I was thinking, actually. What
colour are you going to do his padded jerkin?
That's what I was about to say. I'm really struggling as to what colours I want to do him.
I'd do him all.
I was going to do
colours.
that quite a bay, like a very light, very very tan leather.
Yeah, that would work as well.
This, and then the straps more kind of a traditional darker leather, and then like that burgundy kind of like that fella.
Yeah, that's what I'd do it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm rubbish at colours.
I would like other people's opinion on that. Sculpts aren't bad. Mainly wants to get some massive minis for a good price. Do they do some quite real big stuff? Do they? Deeper?
Yeah,
deep?
they do really big stuff.
Are you just telling us what album you're listening to, Mark, or are you commenting on my badger?
He's talking.
Beaver.
It's a beaver. Is there any scope to chop that tail off it? And can you see its teeth? Your beaver.
Just.
So you could get away with being a badger, could you?
Bit too snubby nosed, I would say.
Yeah,
see what
maybe.
I mean?
Although I think you probably could get away with it.
Yeah, you could, but I quite like the fact that he's a beaver.
I don't.
I like a beaver. He's a Scottish beaver.
I know. I know there are beavers in Scotland, but they are exceptionally rare and have been reintroduced.
Absolutely.
It's like having a bear. It's just incongruent to me.
Simply, we're just naming albums now. And yeah, I've started something now.
God damn it!
I probably shouldn't laugh at that, but it does make me laugh. The fact that you just did something wrong and went, God damn it!
No, I keep banging my head on this bloody light.
And now I'm happy I laughed.
Hi, I've been chatting at Mike at DiceTackCon. He was wondering if you're going up to painting a big old one.
Yes. Yeah, I am. I could.
I'm not painting a big old one. I have done some. I did Cthulhu Wars. I painted the big models of Cthulhu Wars. Yeah, I did a video on it. I washed them and then picked out the details.
Best way. Yeah.
But I didn't enjoy it massively. I don't think I'd enjoy big models because you're either going to be spending ages doing. I don't know. I'm not very.
Well, you actually use very different techniques.
Yeah.
Well, not different techniques. That's the wrong word. You have to use a different sense of logic. You use less highlighting and less shading, because the bigger the model gets, the more it naturally highlights and shades itself anyway.
Yeah, I can see that.
You see what I mean? Obviously, the when it shrinks down, you have to exaggerate it.
Yeah.
So in some ways, I think big models can actually be quite dull to paint.
Yeah, well, that's what I found. I mean, even when I've been doing the Mythic Battles ones, the bigger they are, the more it's just green and a green wash and a
exactly.
dry brush, and then that's it, really.
Yeah, because you don't need to do much to it. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
and obviously you can do all sorts of weird colours and wonderful graduations, but A, I haven't got an airbrush, so that makes that more difficult, and B, I haven't got the skill anyway, so I'm never going to do that. So really, I might just I just churn them out. It feels a bit like just churning them out, basically.
Yeah,
Which isn't a fun. I mean, that's why the enjoyment is wearing off for me painting these Batman models, because
you're just trying to churn them out at this point.
I'm just churning them out. Yeah, I mean, the one advantage of the Batman models is that there are only about 3 or 4 colours to do, so that's good. Luke.
Yeah, well, so they've actually held that big Cthulhu model. I'll just skip right over what you just said,
Did you?
Do you want me to say it again? Say what?
What I just said.
No, don't know what you said.
I said that the advantage of these Batman models.
So yeah, they've held this really big new Seaman model.
The big Seaman model. Nice.
Yeah, the big Seaman model. Yeah, the massive dribbly thing from Seaman.
I think that's bullshit.
Why?
I don't know. I've seen it as well.
I knew you would, but it's a very
got no game purpose, has it?
Yes, it does.
Bollocks.
You don't need to. Don't get me wrong. It is completely superfluous, as in no more than buying metal coins. You know, it's obviously it's much more expensive and it has even more niche, but it's
crass
still
consumerism and look what I've got ism. It's collectorism. It's bullshit.
Mark, you bring something up. I was going to ask Dan if we were even going to remotely not discuss necessarily the specific one, but just in general.
We can talk about it a little bit. I don't want to talk about it a lot. I mean, the thing is,
I don't really want to talk necessarily about Katie.
Yeah.
Because I don't know her. All I know, obviously, is that there's at least one definite instance of it. That's what I know. Everything else, when you talk now very specifically about her in this situation, unless you talk about the very, very little bit you know for a fact, all you end up doing is making it fact. The stuff you discuss and conjecture and all of that thing, you know what I mean?
Well,
it just
my thinking is it's out there. Enough people know about it for it to have consequences, which I think is appropriate. There are many worse crimes in the world that happen. I don't think it's excusable. It's not something I condone. I think she's going to have credibility problems, quite rightly, if she wishes to stay within the board game world. Credibility problems only insofar as creative media she puts out, not necessarily her opinions. But I think it's been talked about enough now. She's a human being. She's obviously going to be struggling significantly. She's actually far from home. She's in a different country at the moment, so that's going to make things even worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's in America because she works for White Wizard Games, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So she's gone over to America, and I imagine they're just paying her to stay there because it's cheaper than flying her back and forth, so she can go to Origins, then Gen Con, then all that kind of stuff. So she's staying in America, far from a support network. The only support network she's got is the previously supportive online stuff, which is not turned against her, but it's not going to be the same. I think there's possibly some very unpleasant videos coming from some extremely unpleasant people.
I haven't seen anything like that. Have you?
No,
no. Right,
okay. I haven't. I feel that there's been one or two things that have been shut down quite quickly, but I think something's coming. There's a chap called The Quartering. I don't know if you've heard of The Quartering.
Oh, him, the guy who got punched one year.
Yeah,
who punched him? Who punched him?
I'm not sure, but he's
wasn't it the director of Origins or whatever? It was Gamma, wasn't it?
There was a couple
Gamma?
No, there was a couple of scandals, and I don't want to go into them because I don't know enough about them. But
yeah,
I think that's two separate, things. But he did get punched, as far as I'm aware, and also he's a wanker.
He is a twat. Yes,
an utter twat. So, yeah, but he's going to probably release a video. Is what the rumor is. on it, and that's going to
there's a shock. But that's what he does, isn't it? He loves to jump on the
He's a shock
scandal.
jock, isn't he? He's a shock
Yeah.
jock. He's a right-wing shock jock.
I'd never heard of him until he got decked by somebody at, I think it was Origins, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it Origins? Yeah. So I watched some of his stuff, and all right, let's not condone violence, blah 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 blah. I could see why he got punched because you could see who he was. You know, it was like, yeah, you're the sort of bloke who regularly over your adult life has got decked in a pub because you're a mouthy prat.
Yeah,
you know, and you like to piss people off.
Well,
but then don't like the reaction that you sometimes get from that.
His entire business model is to piss people off. So I basically all I'm saying is, I think it needs to just go away. As in, it's done now. It's out now. No, we don't need to talk about it. So we have spent the last whatever talking about it, but yeah, I do have empathy for Katie.
But like I said, I don't want to talk about her. I'm happy to talk about the theory and concept of plagiarism in general, because obviously it's quite a hot topic at the moment. You know, it's something I'd not ever really. You know, I think that half of it for me was I was just a bit a case of like, that's it. We seem like such a niche little hobby that I'm surprised it kind of happened in a sense of like, there's only so much stuff out there, you know, and I would have thought if it happened much, it would have been noticed a lot sooner.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it was noticed, but I mean, the article in question. Anyway, we won't talk about that specifics.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't read every article, do you?
No, I suppose not. But
yeah.
Right. I think I was just a little bit surprised about the whole thing. To be honest, I was just a bit like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And it made me wonder. It's like, I wonder how much that does happen. I mean, in general, you know.
And there's different.
You know, outside the hobby in general, I thought, you know, I'd never.
Well, recently, a guy who worked for IGN, which is a big computer gaming site, the editor of, he was an editor there, and he's got sacked for plagiarising reviews.
Oh yes, I think I heard about that. Yeah.
I think it probably does happen. There's not.
Night, Mark.
Night, Mark. Lightweight. He's on Danish COA with his Danish. He's going to bed in his silk sheets with little pictures of ties on all and briefcases and bowler hats.
I'm with Marcus there. All right, Marcus. I get why you do it, and it's because your motives to have reviews and content out in the public are not because you want people to know your interesting thoughts you have on whatever that may be. It's because you want to be out in the public. That's why. And you would take a shortcut route to that. And if that means picking up somebody else's stuff and doing a bit of copying and pasting, so be it.
Alternatively,
it shows where the priorities were for the motives, as it were. Night, Edward.
It could be that there are possible other motives.
Obviously that is not the be all and end all. Don't make me wrong, but yeah, that is certainly for me the more likely reasoning.
I think we're going into conjecture. I think we need to probably watch ourselves. I think.
No, but like I said, I'm not talking about Katie. I'm talking about plagiarism in general.
I think plagiarism in general. Well, I think the most likely reason for plagiarism.
Well, certainly within our hobby. If the plagiarism exists within our hobby,
right? Okay, yeah,
that's why.
Yes, I think you possibly are correct. There's also the issue of not feeling confident in your own opinions, and so needing to kind of echo other people's, really. But again, that you're right. That does go back to the wanting to be known in a space, but not feeling confident in your ability.
I'll tell you what, another reason that it could come from. It all starts off fine, you know. You're putting your reviews out there, you blah blah blah. Yeah. Then you have the pressure of having to do a bit more and do better and so forth like that. And then suddenly you realise that you've taken on this other thing that you're doing, and that's taken up more time. And you suddenly realise you haven't done a load of reviews, and oh god, I better get something out. Oh, I know, I'll quickly copy and paste something. I'll find something on the internet. Nobody will ever see it. Blah blah blah. So there is that aspect of as well, you know, a little bit under the pump, bit under pressure, made a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
I have made some very stupid mistakes when I was under pressure.
Exactly.
That I can be very true of.
And probably worse than copy and pasting from
Far
an article.
worse. Yes.
Yes, as have I, and as have everybody.
Everybody.
So while I think
that I would say is potentially the more likely motive.
Yes.
But again, it's all potential, it's all conjecture, it's all theory.
It is. And I'm personally keen for it all to be over now. I think it's been seen by enough people that make it appropriate. There's no national council of board game media people to mete out a punishment. People can make up their own minds. Well, people can make up their own minds if they want to continue.
People don't do that on social media, Dan.
I know. I'll tell you what, I don't think it is. I don't think it's anyway, whatever.
Go on.
No, I don't want to get into it because I don't even want to justify various theories with.
I tell you what, I did. I liked that. I read that Twitter thread that you posted because it wasn't solely about Katie. It was about plagiarism in general, the concept of it, and motives, and I found that very interesting.
He's very good. Is that Dan? What's his face?
Who should I know who he is?
He is probably, I would argue, no offence to Marcus, the best written reviewer of board games out there. He writes under the name.
Marcus, just please accept my apologies for Dan's disgusting behaviour there.
He publishes Space Biff.
Space Biff. Never
which he does reviews on Board Game Geek, but also on his own YouTube channel, and it is very, very good.
He's clearly a very intelligent guy.
Yeah, his reviews are wonderful. Space Biffs. I
fully respected what he had to say.
I've actually now gone back. I don't often read written reviews all the way through, but I've gone back to, if I'm interested in how someone's opinion on a game, I tend now to choose to read a few reviews on Board Game Geek now, rather than watch a video, which is directly opposite.
Yeah,
of how
I've
I
always
used to
done
do
that. I've often I do a lot of things like I kind of use Board Game Geek a little bit like TripAdvisor, where you quickly skip through the comments to get a gist and see if there's any consistencies and stuff like that, kind of thing. You don't take it as gospel, but just look for like the odd thing, same thing coming up again,
And just like TripAdvisor, I like reading the 4 and 5 star reviews rather than the 1 star review. I will again. I'll flick through the 1 stars just to see if there's consistency. Most of the time, it's not. Most of the time, it's the waiter had his thumb in my soup and he was a fucking scumbag. Sorry, Dice Tower. It's usually it's utter bollocks. But again, if there's consistencies, then I might pay a little attention. Yeah. But usually it's although the whole TripAdvisor, that's a swamp of dishonourable behaviour, isn't it? With
of course it is.
People inappropriately reviewing rivals cafes and all that stuff.
And all that sort of nonsense goes on. It's just
it's like the Amazon stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Amazon reviews. It's all.
I don't trust any of those anymore either.
No.
Again, I do look at the mid-range reviews for Amazon stuff as well often. Cause
have you ever read Glassdoor reviews?
Only when they've kind of breached, not gone to Glassdoor and read them. I've only read them when they've kind of breached the mainstream.
There's some where you just think, you were asked to put on a good review by the company. It's just some of them they just think, oh God, I lie. It just screams so obviously what it is, sort of thing.
Yeah. You are a quick painter, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Look at my beer can.
Your beer.
Oh, it's going to take a few years for it to come.
Yeah.
Come through.
Oh, I'm not a good reviewer. I've just done a lot of them. Quantity has a quality all of its own. Not necessarily a quote you want to be referred to from.
You'll be practiced. Hello, Mike Poole. Mike the Pillock
Yes,
Poole.
the pillock has arrived.
Indeed. Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on, Mike the Pillock Poole?
Oh, there's your can. Oh, that's a cool can,
It's
isn't it?
nice, isn't it?
Oh, I like that. Is the beer any good?
It's all right. It's all right. It's getting a bit warm now.
You know, I texted Mark the other day because I listened to his 5G for D.
Mark Cook.
Yes, Mark Cook. Because even though I would consider myself, I like craft beer and ales and so
I
forth.
like craft beer and I can't lie.
But yeah, me and the lads like to go to a beer festival, which sadly I didn't make it this year for any of them. Why is Dan painting a can? Because he's that guy, Mike. He's that guy.
I'm not painting much at the moment, Mike.
No, you didn't paint much last bloody time we did this.
Paint all these dudes. Look at them all.
Anyway, sorry, what was I talking about? I didn't know. I just put like the whole real ale, camera, and craft beer. I just kind of thought they were all people singing off the same hymn sheet.
No, I
didn't realise that camera didn't like craft beer and vice versa and stuff like that. It kind of. I realised after. Of course they do. Bye bye, Marcus. All the best.
Mike, have you got Skype? Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on and talk? You're more than welcome to. We don't do Google Hangouts now. We're too cool for Google Hangouts.
Too cool for school.
Too cool for school. If you do have Skype, then message me your Skype handle. In fact, if anyone wants to come on, they can message me their Skype handle if they want. Now, really? I don't agree at all, Mike.
Really? Real ale rocks, craft is crap. No, I disagree. I don't think they're that bloody different.
No, I don't either. But I also like lighter beers. I used to think I didn't like beer until I realised I just don't like dark beer, which I know is whatever.
Hops is what I don't like. Anything too hoppy or floral. No,
I like hoppy stuff.
I like stouts and.
I am completely disagreeing with you. I've just got a load of green out, and I'm pretty sure that this woman's.
No, you're not disagreeing with me.
I am.
No, because disagreeing with me would be telling me that I am. I do like them.
You do like them. I don't know whether to do this woman's. I don't know whether to go off script because that's quite grey. Oh, you can't see it again. This is why. I need to...
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, you can see that now. Okay,
yeah.
That's quite a grey. Dress she's got on in the picture.
Yeah.
But I quite fancy doing this kind of greeny colour here.
No, that is a green dress, isn't it? With like a sort of light brown cardigan on or something.
It's not green. It's grey.
Oh, it might just be. Well, I'm only looking at a very small picture.
Yeah. It's a very bluey grey. Why don't you like craft beer? What's the difference, Mike? Tell us. Seeing as though you are, I'm gonna quote Mike saying that.
Bye bye, Marcus. Real ale rock craft is crap. See, I tell you what, I would say there's lots of craft that is crap, and there's lots of real ale that's crap. Do you like many of the BrewDog ones, Dan?
Yeah, I don't mind them. Yeah. I'm seriously not a beer snob though. I just drink, and I'll probably be not disliked. Well, I am disliked. Let's face it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
But I'll probably be disagreed with by many people.
I don't like BrewDog. There's only one that I like of theirs, and I can't believe I like it because, as a general rule, I wouldn't say I would. It's called Elvis Juice. And it's like a grapefruit.
Oh yeah.
IPA or whatever or something like that. And I hate grapefruit with a passion, but it's really nice. I wouldn't want to. I'd only have like a can or two of it, but I found it really tasty. Yeah, I mean, I go to the beer festival, and I always have half pints because you never know when you're going to get an absolute shocker.
Yeah.
Until I find something, I'm just like, that will do me for the last 2 or 3 pints for the night, kind of thing, and I'll go buy a couple of pints of it. But yeah, the amount of times you buy something, you're just like, oh, good God, that was shocking, But this is exactly the same with craft beers.
Yeah. I'm not listening to you properly because I'm trying to do something, so it's not personal.
It was taken personally.
That's fine. I'm going to paste a link into the. Oh no, I'm not, because my computer's dying because it's downloading too many things. I'm going to paste a link into the Facebook chat, and if anyone wants to click on that and give this program permission to do shit.
The hell does that mean?
Basically, it means that I can put your name and avatar will come up whenever I click on it to show it in the main feed thingy thing.
That really cleared that up. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, if someone clicks on it, I'll show you. That's what I'm saying. And there's only 5 people watching at the moment.
I was about to say, you thought we'd probably get more people watching on Facebook.
I think we'd have a greater range of people commenting now.
You reckon? I think we've got the same amount of people, haven't we?
All right, whatever. We also didn't advertise it on the Twitters.
Yeah, true.
So I don't. Anyway, it's not the point, is it?
No. I know.
The point isn't.
It was it was something we theorised.
Because if it was for audience figures, then
we would have quit after one
because we don't.
One and done.
Although this platform is much better for doing the chat show that myself and Mike do.
Yes, much better. Yeah.
So I'm actually quite looking forward to that, which is one of the reasons I wouldn't mind if anyone has got Skype and does fancy coming on, then they're more than welcome, because I wouldn't mind seeing how that works, having a third person in, about whether we can split the screen or whatever, because it might be that I need to swap them manually or something like that. I don't quite know how this program works. Yeah,
come on, Mike. Come on.
You haven't said anything for ages.
No, I know. He just came in, told you you were talking nonsense, and then buggered off. I think that's probably what he likes to do most.
Yeah. So
I think that's when Mike's happiest.
I don't think Mike's ever happy. I played Downfall of Pompeii the other day. Have you ever played that?
No.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That's all there is.
But what a review!
What a review! It's got a plastic volcano that you're dropping your cubes into. And,
fantastic!
Yeah, it's a really old game. Basically,
is it?
Yeah. It's a Euro, sort of. Yeah, a Euro. And you the first half of the Euro is populating Pompeii like a mofo. So you're sticking your cubes all over Pompeii and almost kind of area controlling things, although it's not really an area control thing at all. And then the second half, old Vesuvius goes off, and
right.
you're trying to get all your guys out of Pompeii as quickly as possible before the lava overtakes them. So basically, the first half is positioning them to be quite near gates and things, and there's a little game within that, which is quite a nice game actually. It's not just as easy. It's not just like putting them near the gate. There's a bit of jostling for position and stuff that goes on and things.
Yeah.
And then the second half of the game is pegging it out of Pompeii as quick as you can, with hopefully your guys tactically placed well, and also trying to direct the lava onto your opponent's dudes. It's really fun.
Right.
Well, let you click on the link. May not be able to do it for the phone. It will allow you to report the comment. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know if it worked from the phone, John. It's not that important anyway. I think there's an option where you can just include it in the. All it will let me do is put people's. Look, I'll show you because I've done it.
I see. I know what you mean.
It'll have my name and my picture when I want to quote someone's comment, which I think is quite cool. It'll come up in a minute, Luke. So, yeah, it gives the program I'm using permission to access your.
I've been very much enjoying Solo Wingspan.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know,
Mr. Delicio.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
I can see that being a good solo game, actually.
It works really well. Really well. That Automata system is so well thought out. So simple and just works brilliantly.
Well, I think he's quite well known for having good automation systems, isn't he?
What, as in Mr. Stonemeyer's games?
Yeah, Mr. Stonemeyer's games. It's not him who does it, although he didn't even do it.
No,
he's got a special dude who does this solo
levels,
hasn't he?
Yeah. And I get the impression from what people were saying that this person's systems are in other games.
Yeah.
Which I think was very cool.
I'll tell you what, the Facebook chat is really behind where we are.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It seems to be getting further and further behind. Is that my imagination?
You might be right.
I think there was a point where there was an error and then it caught up with itself. I don't know. But anyway, I'm impressed with the program so far.
Yeah, seems to be working all right.
Yeah, and I like the fact you can put videos.
Despite you being at the helm.
I could stick one of my. You can stick all sorts of videos in it. You can also attach your.
That's a worrying statement.
You can also attach your Canon thingy. Yeah, I'm well behind on the what's it.
I see your little
what?
Quote thing now. I just looked up and noticed your quote thing.
Oh, maybe it's my phone that's behind. Ah, that's what's going on. It's my phone that's behind.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm using it on my iPad because for some reason it didn't seem to like it on my PC. But,
yeah. Anyway, so it'll let me do that quote thing. So that's that.
I imagine it can do lots of things at the moment that you haven't either got the hang of or even aware of yet.
Yeah, it's not that. It's pretty user friendly. I think it does a lot of things that OSB can do.
Right.
But OBS or whatever it's called, or IBS. But does it in a very user friendly way, which is all right with me because I'm not going to use all the different doohickeys for it anyway. To be honest, I know why you're blue. You play silly games like that. I was sorting that.
Where did that come from? That song.
What you mean? Where did it come from? As in, why did I choose it?
Well, both. Yeah, I take it it's like a, you could just buy it and use it as you wished.
No. It came from a free music archive. So
that's what I mean. Yeah.
So you don't buy it. Well, I didn't buy it.
Well, yes, but there's ones like that where you can buy them and stuff.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. No, this is a bunch of copyright free music that I tend to use because I'm both tight but also respect people's copyright rights. So I'll only use it if people specifically say you can use this. The Creative Commons. I'm a big fan of the Creative Commons license. All my photos have always been under Creative Commons, and all my everything I've ever done has been under Creative Commons. Speaking of plagiarism and all that kind of stuff. So so usually the Creative Commons thing is it's I don't know. Attribution. So you have to tell people who it is, but other than that, you can use it for free. And there's some of them that say you can't use it for any commercial purposes, and there's some of them that say all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I just found it. It's not old. It's from the 90s, I think.
Right. Yeah.
She's an Australian comedian. She's got a whole album of songs like that. But the music is actually from the 40s.
Right.
And she sings over it.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know how I found it on a search. I found it very entertaining, and then I wanted to use. I was looking for music for this podcast, and then I wanted to use it. So I sent it to Mike and asked him what he thought of it, and he says he liked it, but his wife hated it, which I think is It's definitely a Marmite.
What does Mr. Poole just put up there? What is that? Oh, that's his Skype thing.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. I'm on it. You could have PM'd me that. Right, I'll get my glasses on.
I shall have that on a pub toilet wall before you know it.
Yeah. Right. So now I need to work out how to do this. So Skype.
This could go so horribly wrong, people. All 5 of you. Probably.
There's less than 5 these days.
I was going to say, yeah, it's because there's you, me.
And Mike.
Yeah, and Mike. So I'm presuming it's you, me, Mike, John, and someone else who's staying very quiet.
Right, so what is it? MJR Pool. MJR
Underscore.
underscore P OOLE.
What?
I need to make friends with him or something. Can't find you, Mike.
Did you put the live thing in? No, you don't need to put that in, do you?
MJRPOOLE. Are you sure that's your Skype? Can you invite people to this chat, Luke?
What, on Skype?
I know why you're blue. I'm going to message you, Mike, because it's not working. Oh, do I have to put the live thing in?
Yeah, that's what I just said. You're not supposed to put it. Hang on. Yeah, I can put somebody in. Hang on.
L-I-V-E.
Are you doing it or am I doing it? You're doing it, okay. Are you adding him into...
I'm trying to add him into our group, but I'm struggling to my computer's very slow because it's running a lot of software at the same time, which isn't helping. And it can't find him when I'm searching for that username on Skype. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I found him.
All right, add him in then. Why can't I find him then?
Because he blocked you a long time ago.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Is he here? There's all sorts of Skype bits going on here. Right.
Hello?
Hello, Michael!
Hello.
Have you got a video camera on?
No.
No, that's fine.
I've got my iPod here, but I don't know how to turn it into... Oh, maybe that.
Ah, that's it!
Oh.
There you are. You're on Facebook. Luke, are you still there?
Is that me?
Yeah, that is you. I don't know where Luke is.
As long as I've replaced him, that's fine.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, now I'm going to have to text Luke and ask him where he is. This is... Yeah.
Oh, complicated or what?
It is complicated. That just
I
made
have a
my
very
PC
disturbing
crash.
picture of Luke on my screen now with a ripped torso and his head is superimposed on the top, which is freaking me out somewhat.
Yes. Oh, well, you've got that. I haven't got that.
I shall take a picture of that and save it for later.
Yeah.
Better get Luke back.
There's also
so you can
sound
see.
coming through. Oh, that's some Facebook. More Games Please is bloody live for some reason. No one's interested in that. Where's Luke then?
Because it was Luke who started the
Is that you, Luke?
group conversation.
I think he's crashed. Has he? That's me. That's Luke.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
you. It's alright, you can't see that because it's all delayed through.
There's 3 of us in the call, apparently.
Yeah, but you can't hear him. Hang on. Right. This is absolutely seamless.
It is. It's like...
It's good no one's watching.
It's so professional, this, isn't
Well,
it? Really?
it's an experiment.
Yeah, no, I know, and highly entertaining. It was the first time I've ever logged on to Skype, so I did that tonight, and I was rather disturbed to see that I had 2 previous attempt contacts on that. One of them involved a.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Right, we can hear you
Hello,
now.
Yes.
Mr. Paul.
Oh, we're back to reality.
Mr. Paul just completely crashed my PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just, yeah.
Right.
So I was just telling Dan that I just logged on to Skype for the first time, I think, ever. And there were 2 calls already on there that I had obviously had no sight of before. But one of them involved a man with a semi-erect member.
Really?
Which, yes, which I was like, well, yeah, okay. That's not something you want to see at what 10:30 on a Saturday night. But, hey,
Well,
each to their own.
You're going to ring him back afterwards, yeah?
Yeah, I just saved it for later.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be rude not to ring him back.
Luke, I hear of all these stories all the time, and people get these interesting pictures and stuff sent through, but, and I've never had one, so now I have a story to tell. So,
Luke, can you do me a favour?
It's not quite as disturbing.
Could you just pick up your beaver, please? Right, that's fine. Oh, why has that done that now? Where's Mike gone?
Oh, I'm here.
I can see him.
There you are. You're down in that corner. What is going on here? It's a nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare. Right.
Wow. Oh, well, hang on. Why did you double me up on the screen?
I didn't.
You hadn't...
This is the issue. I
You
didn't.
did. I was just watching on Facebook. I double beavered. Oh my good God! You got me double beavering and everybody in a 4-way.
Yeah.
Four-way beavers.
I was 2 people in a 4-way with 2 beavers.
That's why. There
you go.
Yeah, that's why. He just suddenly went there when Mike was talking about his dick pics. So I don't know why it all went odd, but it did. So me and Mike are playing a game on.
You've probably already done this, Mike. But how's the world treat you? Are you well? You and Mike and what?
Sorry. You started asking him polite questions, so I thought I'd stop. We're playing Ash's Phoenix thingy, aren't we?
Yeah, hopefully on Monday. Yeah.
Well,
If you're still up for it.
Well, as far as I'm aware. Well, no, I'm not. I don't want to be your friend anymore. This is the perfect.
Have
time.
you managed to pick up most of the stuff you wanted to get before it goes away, Mike?
I think I've got about 6 decks left to get, and I blame Richard Simpson completely and utterly for this rabbit hole I've fallen down.
Did he start you down this rabbit
He was
hole?
on the podcast, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was saying how good it was, and I was like, what's that? And no, I remember it when it came out initially, and it looked nice, but I wasn't that keen on it at the time. And then I found it cheap when some game shop went bust, and I thought I'll have that. And then we played it not quite recently, me and Dan.
Yeah,
I thought it was ace. I thought it was fantastic.
It really is good. Have you
Well, I
played
think you were telling me just before I think Expo that you'd just sort of got into it and really realised what a lovely little game it was.
Yeah, it replaces Netrunner. It does the same thing as that. It does what Keyforge does. It does it better. But I love the world that they were creating through the characters and the art that was in them as well. And
the art's really nice.
Yeah,
from what I have seen, anyway.
Really diverse stuff as well. I like the way. I mean, it was a bit sort of PC in that sense, but they had done a good job of incorporating a wide variety of sort of races and backgrounds, and just male and female, without the females having bits hanging out all over the place as well. So
no chainmail bikinis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it is.
So yeah, and just a good little sort of game that you could pick up and just play straight away, really. And each deck felt very, very different. And I've got a few more, and they're quite bonkers. Some of them. I mean, one of them's basically a dinosaur tamer or something. Of
that sounds like a deck for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
like the sound of that.
Yeah. So, I've got too many of those already. I've only played like 3 or 4 of them, I think now. But so plenty to explore.
Who else did you play with, Mike?
I played with Rob, the guy. No, the
other chap.
Yeah, from around here. Played him. I did. I've got too many decks just to get through with you, Dan. So.
No, it's fine. Yeah, once a month isn't.
Decks, I said decks.
It's not what I heard. Not what I heard.
Those pictures. I finished.
I played Carson City. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I can't see what you're doing at the moment, so you'll have to ignore my lack of recognition of any painting you're doing.
It's all right. Well, I'm not doing hardly any, and Luke's finishing 12 models in one time.
In the next minute.
Yeah. You played Carson City. I think
saying?
I played that one. Is that the one where you go round? There's like a city.
Carson City. It's in the Cowboy game.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favourites.
I played one where...
But it wasn't Carson. It wasn't Carson City though, but it's Carson City, the card game.
I've heard that's terrible. I've heard that's terrible, isn't it?
And you heard that from a liar.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mr. Z Garcia is a liar then. Because
yes,
I'm pretty sure it was him.
He is a liar. it's a very good little game that is along the lines of a bit Carcassonne-like, because you're creating your own little city from tiles, cards that are tiles. A bit Isle of Skye-ish in the sense that you're using cards to bid for those other cards. I think it's a very neat little game. Yeah, I was quite impressed. Doesn't cost a lot, and I think it provides quite a lot of
it's very cheap
bang for buck. Yeah. So I've been really quite pleasantly surprised. Got a game of that at my work colleagues' lunchtime game sessions that we have, and that went down well. And then played it with Kirsten tonight. And it went down reasonably well there. The slightly odd thing about it is you've got to play with AI characters. If you're playing with smaller numbers, you've got to play it up to a minimum of 4, but they work. The AI characters work very well, apart from the fact that we were both beaten into joint last place by the other two AI characters. That's not we learned a lesson
satisfying, is it?
But we yeah.
I was just saying to Luke on Thursday with Rob and Matt, I played Downfall of Pompeii. That's one you taught me, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that would have been ages ago.
Yeah, have you still got that one?
Yeah, I've still got it. It's one I played with my family, my mum and dad and sister a bit. And
it's really good.
Yeah, it's a nice little game. It's just all about chucking people in the volcano, isn't it?
Yeah, but I won convincingly as well, which enamoured me to it. But
of course,
yeah,
of course.
but no, it's really nice. It's proper old school as well, isn't it? Proper
it is super old school. Yeah.
But, then we played
nice little game. It's not one I'd want to get rid of either. It's just one of those ones that's nice to pull out at some
you wouldn't
point.
get any money for it because it's not hot.
No,
and you wouldn't be able to find it again. So it's not one that's worth getting rid of unless you're getting rid of loads. I would say if you're going to keep a collection, then it's a good one to keep in it because it's not one that a lot of people got. I was really surprised Matt had it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Whatevs. And then we played Pandemic: The Cure. Which was
right. How was that?
It was alright.
Was that any good?
Yeah, it's alright. It's better than Pandemic. Well, no, it's not better than Pandemic. It's similar to Pandemic, but it's dices. Pandemic, the dice game, basically.
Right.
I take it neither of you played Rapid Response yet.
No. I don't think I've got much desire to really either.
No, I mean I don't. Really.
I've probably played all the Pandemic I need to play at this point. I would say. Luke, you're a colour expert. What does that?
Yeah, go on.
What does that? It's going to take years to come through, isn't it?
No.
You can see. Are you? What do you think to that colour combination? The fawn and the green.
Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah,
you think so?
Yeah, I'm just because the angle I'm looking at the minute. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that.
It'll do. Because I can't tell colours. That's one of my major fallings.
Mike just took a snapshot.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm just.
Is it fake?
How did you know that?
It came up on my Skype.
I'm trying to find some way to get everybody. In the same screen.
Well, you won't see me because I've turned my video off.
Oh, have you? Oh, right. Okay.
You can see my video on the Facebook, but then I'd have to upload my video to Skype and upload it to YouTube, Facebook as well. So it would be too testing for my crappy internet.
And I'm just using my iPad, but I've just got this picture. I've just got the still image of Luke with the ripped torso. That's freaking me out. That's all I can see. I'm having this conversation, staring at those pecs. That's all I can see.
Wait, hey, it's always your set.
I'm desperately trying to find some way to block that out of my memory. By seeing allow incoming video. No. Share screen? No, that would.
You can share your screen. Don't put all your porn on the on Facebook.
How do I get to see what you're up to?
You see, I'm glad I'm not the only person who can't use technology.
Yeah, I'm old. Well, so are you.
You're not older than me. I'm the oldest. That's why we need Mike DeLisio here.
Yeah, I know you are.
So he can be the oldest in the room.
Has he dropped in?
No, he's at Dice Tower.
Oh yes, okay.
He turned up very, very briefly on the chat.
Yeah, I think he wanted to see what was going on, and then he left.
Right, okay.
Saw that it was nothing worth doing.
Yeah. No.
So is this a replacement now for the Sunday Hangout, or are you waiting for another bank holiday for that to occur?
No, we haven't been doing the Sunday Hangout because my internet has been so bad that I haven't been convinced that it would support having multiple people in.
Right.
So this is just extra, so me and Luke can hang out and paint some models.
Yeah.
Really, and then have people watch me because I'm a narcissist. But it's just a ability, just something to chat to people about. But
I know you were doing that before, but I didn't know there was a sort of ability to call in. Was this the first time you've done that?
Yeah, well, no, this is the first time we use this software. Really. I used it a little bit this morning. So I think the idea is we will do our phone-in thing using this software now, which is why I wanted you to come in so I could work out how to get 3 people on. But it looks really good, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's working well.
I think it's working well, so it's fine. Theoretically, it's recording to my hard drive. Wow.
And I'm being told this, yes. Apparently you're recording every single word I speak.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it does. It warns me of the fact in case you use it for ulterior motives, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Which is highly likely, it has to be said.
Yeah. Does it say that on yours, Luke?
It did. I did. Dan is using a device that could record or broadcast this call. Yes.
Yeah. So it's recording it and broadcasting it. So I'll stick it on YouTube later on. The only downside is people won't be able to see the comments, which is why I wanted the comments to automatically come up to the bottom. And there must be a way of doing that, I think. I just need to work out what it is. So
you managed to do it in their thing earlier, didn't you? They were appearing about green screen and stuff.
I can do it.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
I can do it. It just has to be manual. So I'm doing it now. Look, well, you won't be able to see, but I am doing it. Who's that? 49. I don't know who that is. Who wrote that?
I think I'm the oldest. John Detmer. He's 49.
Oh, hello, John. Are you still there?
Good. I was scared for a moment. It was the guy with the picture from when I logged in that he found me. He tracked me down and was going to join in to live chat.
That is fascinating because I can't see John's comment on my thing. Oh, I don't know. It's just very interesting. It's all very interesting. Just Facebook
technology, isn't it wonderful?
Well, it's about Facebook choosing what you can and can't see. Oh, John.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
You should be able to. Theoretically. Oh no.
Are we going to have a 4-way?
No.
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 That's not how I always dreamed it was going to happen.
I thought I could put John's picture on, but I can't. It's something else I was being able to do. 49.
Luke, if your pecs are like that in reality, Luke, then I'm all up for it.
Yeah, that was only taken. I mean, I've lost a little bit. No, I'll be honest. I've lost a bit of shape. It was a few months ago,
Oh, right.
Yeah. So,
I love the way it seems as if you're running around a sports field whilst
Oh no,
Did you have your-
that picture was when I was in the last Olympics. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys watch the
Naked?
football, the football?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I'll be completely honest. I didn't watch any of it.
The ladies' football.
The ladies'
I've fallen out of love with football in general, and
No.
I
yeah,
watched
but
it, and as usual,
You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it, some of it. But I got so tense during it, I didn't find it enjoyable at all. I can't. This is the reason. It's not that I don't know why. It's not I can't work out why people watch sport. But if I'm actually invested in something, I get so anxious during it that I don't enjoy it at all.
Yeah, that's sort of the point.
I know, but what? Not enjoying it?
yeah,
No. Getting invested.
getting
in it,
invested.
that's-
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. So that's why I don't think sport is for me. Is what I'm saying. And plus, they made a load of.
But you must get invested in things in other ways. It's just the tension. I suppose it's the lack of control you have over it. It's very passive, isn't it?
Yeah.
As we know, I run a very tight ship. And would it make you feel more comfortable if I tell you he has a semi? It would, John. It would.
Oh,
I think we're going to have to.
was it John who had sent me that?
We'll have we'll have that on as the quote of the day.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah.
I think I had a half bottle of wine while I was playing Carson City, but I wish I'd finished the whole lot off now if John's going to be coming up with that kind of nonsense.
I'll take that off.
Whoa, no. Well, okay. I've got no video here, so that's all right.
No.
You can take off what you want. I can't see anything. It's really quite discombobulating not being able to see a sodding thing on here, to be quite honest. I really wish I could see something more, even if it's just your hands moving.
Yeah.
Both hands on the table would be nice.
Have you got Skype, John? Let's see how four people works.
he is going to try and do a 4-way.
Oh, he is.
I am.
In a
Ambitious.
old man technological way. It's quite exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm scared to touch anything in case it all goes wrong. Oh, what's this? What's that?
In a 4-way, I'd be scared to touch anything as well.
Yes. Just turn the lights off, please.
Yeah, just fumble about blindly.
I tell you what, I've been watching because of the Matthew's podcast, the Death by Monsters, which I've been thoroughly enjoying as something different. In fact, I've not been listening to a lot of, if anything, really games related, but I've been listening to that a lot recently and enjoying it as something different. I've gone back and started watching the X-Files. Started right at the beginning. And it's such a weird. It's weird because I remember watching them the first time around when I was at school, and it's invoking those kind of memories from when I was back watching them originally. This sort of the tension, remembering episodes, remembering ones that really freaked me out. There was the one with the Toombs, the guy who could go through narrow place and could get in any house, and that just freaked me out.
That was the one that actually broke me for X-Files. I didn't like that episode. I just found it all a bit too weird and stupid. Yeah,
it is weird and stupid, but the thought that it could be, somebody could get you anywhere which was the notion of it was. Oh God! It still gets me a bit now. It's like you lock all your doors and you're still not safe, that kind of thing. But the thing that got me there was it felt, whilst it felt familiar time-wise, but it didn't look that dated, but it did look dated. It's like anytime they reached for a phone, it was a corded phone on a wall. And there are no mobiles there, and they go to a computer, and you can see the the dots on it in the green screens and stuff, and it's like, oh my God, yes, that's how it was, and here we are doing a 4-way live over the internet, and it's just how things have changed, how times have changed.
It has.
I just watched the Jersey Devil episode, which was by episode 6 of the first series, and was listening to theirs, and that was a crappy episode in comparison to what all the stuff that Matthew was coming out in terms of what the Jersey Devil can and could have been. it was really quite weird. It was just some Neanderthal lady running around who was a bit hungry.
Yeah, I remember that
was
was
weird.
The Paul one. The first season of X-Files was by far the best one. I think it got really, really good until around season 3, and then it just started.
When did Toombs? What
Toombs
series
like
was Toombs in?
3 or something like that.
Yeah, he was dead early. Yeah, and then he comes back in, I think, towards the end of the first series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Most of the
maybe that wasn't the one that turned me off. Then maybe it's just one I always look back on. And
yeah,
I think they're very good episodes and very dodgy ones as well. But
very much so. As there would be in any show that ran that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was quite surprised to see their 11 series though.
Yeah. Well, they've restarted.
I haven't seen half of them. Yeah, I haven't
the
seen.
New one's actually really good. What I saw of it, I thought was very good. Yeah.
I thought it disappeared up its own rectum at one point, but
it probably did. But I just remember the first. I think I only really remember the first 2 or 3, but I enjoyed them.
That's what I object to about X-Files is all the mythology ones. The as in the ones that have got the continuing storyline in. They just couldn't work out what they were trying to do, and it just got so convoluted and confusing. But the Monster of the Week ones were always great, or generally great. There's one about someone who's clairvoyant who can see their own death, and that was amazing. I can't remember what it's called, but it was really, really good. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and try and watch a good chunk of them. They're sort of nice things to have on the background, but there isn't. I watched a series in HBO one called Project Blue Book, and it had Aidan, what's he called? Aidan Gillen from Game of Thrones, and Queer as Folk from.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah. Littlefinger.
Yeah. And it was okay-ish for a while, and then it really went off the boil. But it made me miss that kind of X-Files-y stuff, which it basically was. It was X-Files done slightly differently. But I just thought, oh yeah.
Did you watch Millennium? That was
the one with Lance Henriksen, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was set in the X-Files universe.
Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
They did a crossover. At one point.
I remember enjoying it, but I can remember literally nothing about it other than Bishop being in it.
It was a serial killer. He was a profiler, a serial killer profiler. And I think the serial killer. I think there was kind of religious overtone, as in he was a devil or something like that. I think there was something weird going on that way. But it was he appeared. It was done by Chris Carter, who was obviously the showrunner for X-Files. But he appeared in an X-Files episode, so it was officially part of the same universe.
I didn't know that.
No, I had no idea.
I might have known it at the time, but
yeah. But it was good. I used to really enjoy it. I
have fond memories of it. Like I said, I can't remember why.
Yeah, I used to like. What was the other one I used to like as well? Oh, the Fringe, which is very similar.
I was about to say I like the Fringe.
Yeah,
you know the main guy, and he was the steward of Gondor.
Yes.
He was staying in the same hotel as me and Sarah when we were on honeymoon.
Oh, very good.
I saw him in a pool.
Very nice.
It took the luster off Lord of the Rings for me a little bit.
He was very good in that, though.
You see him when you see him at a swim-up bar with a margarita, it's kind of it's a bit odd.
Did you go in the background?
I desperately wanted to.
Hello,
is that a word of Gondor? You just pleased to see me.
Oh ho! Filth, absolute filth. Oh God, I'm bored of painting these Batman models now.
How many have you got left?
Well, a lot. I've done a
lot.
After
you're still playing it.
I played it with Cora the other day. I might end up selling it, but I don't know if I will.
Right. You have to finish painting it before you sell it.
Exactly. Right? And then they're not selling for... Ever since Shut Up and Sit Down did their crucifixion of it, there's no one wanting to buy it, basically. I think it's got the reputation of being a bad game now, which I think is unfair.
Yeah, very unfair.
I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's the best game ever made. I think it's got some severe flaws. The Universal Head Esoteric Order of Gamers cheat sheet. It really has. I need to print it out because it's really good because it's a way of having the rules handy as well. It's not just a summary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can learn from there. Rewrite the rules. He's very good.
I would say calling them cheat sheets is almost doing them a disservice.
Yes, very much so.
Because it's always been the wrong word that Dan's used for that. It's a teaching aid. Thank you very much.
Cheat sheets.
But
yours is a cheat sheet because you use yours to cheat.
No, it isn't.
It is because you just go
teaching aid.
That's not in the rules. Look at this sheet. So you fucking wrote that sheet. That's not the real rules.
I have actually witnessed you say that to him.
Yeah, exactly.
He says it every time I whip one out.
I remember in Castell. Over the debates.
Yeah. That was Castell. Wasn't a great example for it because Castell just went weird. In terms of interpreting.
None of us could agree on that rule, could we? There was me and I can't remember the other guy's name on one side of the table who interpreted it one way, and you two on the other side interpreted it the other way, and both of us having perfectly logical interpretations of the rule, even when you read the rules.
And I think we all agreed that we could all be right, but I don't think we got any closer to resolution on whether who. I'm not sure how I feel about that game anymore. Actually, it's not one I'm that keen to pull out again.
I've nearly picked it up so many times because of that one play. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it just felt so tricky to navigate rules-wise. True. Yes, I don't like that.
It seemed quite simple on the face of it, teaching it, but then all the complications of the things that may or may not be allowable seemed very difficult to navigate through.
Sean Rice is on the line.
Oh God!
Not
God
Sean,
help us
not
all.
the line, but on the.
Yes, he's on the
thing. Hey, Sean, are you around? Sean. Because I've got you on Skype. I could even add you in.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just ring him.
He'll just be in bed. He'll just be lying there checking out.
I'm trying to add him. I don't know if it's going to work. Be lying in bed. He's like, "What the chuff is going on here?"
Ping. Whoa.
Ping. What's going on? Oh, they've got a chat going on. What's the chat? He doesn't say. He's not answering. Oh, he's very rude. No. Is that Sean Rice?
You have just been snubbed.
Yeah.
So when are we going to hear the part 2 of the Batman stuff, Dan?
What part 2? Oh, you mean what I don't like about it?
Is he there?
Oh. Hello, is that Sean?
Ooh.
I can't hear him.
No.
It's only you seems to be the under impression you're speaking to Sean.
Oh, bloody hell. John's after it now. Right, okay. No, someone said hello. Right. Oh, right. Something going on here.
Something's going on, but nobody's got
He's sitting on the toilet.
He's sitting on the toilet.
Sorry, that was a private message he sent to me. Right. Okay.
You have an odd definition of private message.
Yeah.
Broadcasting it over Facebook is not private.
Don't forget, Sean, I don't know whether you can see this yet, but Dan is using a device that could record the broadcast as well.
Right, hang on a sec, John.
And he's not afraid to use it.
Skype name. I'm asking John what his Skype name is. John's a very nice man. Neither of you know him, so we'll all just stand in.
Well, I know him from the group.
Yeah, John, I've messaged you on Facebook. So if you go over to Facebook, you can
see him at Aircon.
Seen him at Aircon. I've met him at Essen and talked to him on the group. So we all know. You wasn't at Aircon.
No, I just said, will I have seen him at Aircon?
No, he's American.
Hey, look. Right.
You idiot.
I
don't know what this is. I'm a bit loath to click it.
What?
Well, I've got a kind of little mini picture of everybody. Anyway, whatever. Come on, John. Get a grip. You've just seen it now. Right. Okay. Let's.
But again, if it was you in that picture that I saw earlier, please don't get a grip.
This is all very
Dan,
exciting.
when are we going to get the part 2 of the Batman review?
Oh, well, fuck off. Why?
No, but I mean, just even as a.
I think a follow-up review would be good. Yeah,
just as a follow-up. I mean, not a proper video review. I just mean as a chat thing
second
on.
thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually think that much of what's his faces, the shut up and sit down. Initially, I was quite disagreeing with the shut up and sit down criticisms about it not letting you do the things that
See, I actually agreed with that. But...
the thematic stuff about being able to go around and beat stuff up.
Yeah,
it's a bit like Descent. See, I can't. Oh, there he is. Right. Okay. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out what to do here. It's a bit like.
Cool.
Hello, can you see me?
what's that then?
It's sorry. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to invite John into this. It.
We hope that's what you were trying to do.
Here we go. Right, I'm trying to add him. I'm trying to add you now, John. It says it's calling you. It's very exciting. Oh, hello, John.
Can you see me?
I can't see
can't
you.
see
No,
you.
we can hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that is nice, isn't it? I don't know if anyone else
Well,
can.
I've never done that before, so yeah.
You better be driving.
I guess
John.
it worked. What's that?
You're not driving, are you?
I can't.
Hey, there's four of us now. Look at us.
I'm not driving, no.
Put your video on.
He's no Mike Delisio.
Isn't it on?
No.
See.
Not unless your face looks like a J and an E.
Oddly enough.
Yeah,
We've got a perfect.
Now it's just
crystal
an
clear
awkward.
image.
I'm having another
Figure
beer.
out how
Nice
to do
warm
that.
beer now. What's wrong with craft beer then, Mike?
Right, so I had that. What did I hear it on? It was the 5 Games to Doomsday with Mark, wasn't it?
Hey, there
when they
he
were
is.
talking
Look at him.
about crap. Oh, well, there he is.
He's in a warehouse.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Is it a
He's
garage?
just nipped out to the back storeroom.
I'm in my studio.
What the? What the?
Oh, he's popped up on my screen big time. How did that happen?
Bloody
Oh,
hell.
yeah?
John.
There you go.
Work.
Yeah, that's impressive work, man.
John, you and me should be doing these hangouts. Fuck that.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
fine. Now you can Skype me.
Yeah. No, that's good. what are you painting? Let's see what you're painting.
So here's that big boat, if you want to see the boat.
Oh,
Wow.
that's nice.
Bloody hell.
That's cool.
It's taken forever, let me tell you.
So what's this for?
Yeah, what is
It's
that
just
for?
one of those Reaper bones. I didn't have a
Oh, is it?
of any kind, so I thought I'd try something bigger.
And is it for a particular game, or are you just painting a boat?
Well, we played D&D and everything, yeah. But
So-
I mean, you look at all the little bones and crap in there. I mean, I'm still painting it like I'm painting regular miniatures. So
Right,
it's
so it's
taking months.
taking years. Yeah.
Looks like you need to send an archaeologist in there to find out exactly what's happened in there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. You've got a very impressive studio, it must be said. Is that your basement, then?
Yeah, my wife put me in the basement.
Goddamn Americans in their big basement.
I know.
Really-
What's up with that?
It infuriates me, Americans in their
Yeah.
basements. They do not know they're bloody born, do they?
I know.
No.
Me and the guys, when we lived together, we rented this 3-story townhouse that had this awesome basement, and we were like, if we owned this place, this would be the most amazing basement in the world. But I wasn't going to pay to deck it out.
Yeah.
Why are there no basements over there?
Well, there are, but they're just all
Because
wet.
yeah, it's the
To be
water
fair,
level's so high.
yeah, I was going to say, I would.
It's
I
where we
would
put the
say
bodies.
there are.
It just doesn't
there
look
aren't
very
that
good for
many.
hobby hangout.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. I don't think there are that many basements.
No,
They're
there's
pretty bloody rare.
there's not a tradition of having a basement in a house. I mean, most of our houses are brick as well, or stone. You wouldn't get many wood houses, I wouldn't have thought.
Oh,
But
John, let's flip that around. Why have you got basements?
Yeah,
why are you
why-
so
yeah.
special?
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
No,
You gotta
that-
have a place to,
Is
you
it
gotta have a
because
place to put all your shit, right?
Is it because most of your houses are built?
That's what we
with
use
wood?
attics
That must
for,
be
then.
the reason.
You guys use your garages to put your shit in, right? Or sheds?
Yeah.
And attics. Do you have attics?
And attics. Oh, yeah.
Loft, yeah, the loft.
So you got attics and basements, you flipping...
My attic's my game room.
Yeah, have you not seen it?
Oh.
Well, you won't see his game room. But
for the love of
his
God.
game room is
Yeah.
amazing.
Just rub that
You
in a
don't
little
all have
bit
a game
more.
room?
Yeah.
Rub that pain in a little bit more.
Yeah, but it's an impressive set. So
No,
you,
everybody
go on.
over here has a game room.
Yeah.
Even people who aren't into games.
Oh, yeah. It's standard on a house.
They just have it on the off chance they might need one day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I've often looked at your Twitter pictures and been very envious of your game room.
Well, when my daughter got married and moved out, the next day I went up and started beating the walls down. And it was my game room at that point.
You're not coming back.
That's right. It's a one-way ticket.
Yeah, I must admit my daughter has a room. It's just over the road from my studio, and it must be said I do have my vague eye on it for a few years' time.
Oh yeah. Well, don't hesitate. As soon as they walk out the door with the bags, get the hammer.
So you, how's your podcast going, John? I've listened to a couple, but I haven't. You're pumping them out quite regular.
Yeah, we do 2 a week. We do one on Monday and one on Thursday releases.
Yeah.
And then every fourth episode we do what's called an after party, where we all just get together and shoot the shit about the last 3 games we did.
Yeah.
So we have guests
what's your podcast, John?
We just do a live D&D play to teach people. We call it the RPG Curious. Anybody that's a gamer,
RPG Curious.
board gamers and stuff can come on and they can listen and learn how to play D&D, because everybody's afraid, to role play. They want to know how you have to dress up and what kind of voices you have to use. And we're like, you just have a good time, man.
And before you know, you're in a 4-way with men.
That's right. Well, that's step one. That's how you break it down.
It's hard to break the ice.
What's that? Have you guys ever seen that that meme, I suppose you'd call it, where a woman's sexting a guy, and she says she wants to do some role play. And he says, "Sure, I put on my wizard hat and all this kind of stuff," and she's trying to get all intimate with her. Have you seen that one? It's very funny.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, it just amused me.
There was somebody who had posted, I think, on one of the UK board game groups about somebody who'd received one, again, talking about unsolicited messages, I'd received one of those sort of phishing sort of messages from Russia, no doubt, where
Nigeria, isn't
hi,
it?
I'm interested in you and your body, and that kind of stuff from a female. And then he'd responded, and it was something along the lines of, "I'm looking for adventure." And then they'd responded along the same lines. Which kind, well, okay. Set out a whole little D&D campaign through the text message.
You have a path to the north.
Yes, exactly.
A forest to the west.
Those were the days.
Then question mark?
I think there's a little community of people who make those, isn't there? Still, those text adventures. I always quite fancied doing that. But I always found them very frustrating to actually play. So maybe I'm not the best person to do it. Really, those little computer texts.
Yeah, they are super frustrating.
Yeah.
I feel like a complete and utter black sheep with regards to D&D and RPG and all that kind of stuff, because I've never once dipped my toe in. And to be quite honest,
really?
No, never.
Or just
I don't think so. No, I think no, never. It's just never really crossed my path, and it's. I think now the issue is just staying together with the same group of people long enough and repeating the same kind of thing.
Well, we
Now
might.
it's easy though, right? I mean,
I think
we do our
one
podcast.
shots are a good way of doing it, though.
We do ours over Google Hangouts, right?
Oh,
So
right,
we
okay.
record our own audio.
There's
Yeah.
a lot. There's a big online community of people doing that with people you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll-20. And
Roll-20. Yeah, that's one of
Fantasy Grounds and things. Yeah.
I've often been tempted to have a go at it, but
Have you done it before, Luke?
I've only ever done one role-playing game, which I ran, which was one of the End of the World series ones.
Oh, right. Yeah, we've done that. That's cool.
Which was great fun. Yeah, we did the zombie one because I knew it was one my friends would probably get on board with. And
that's pretty brave, though. If you never role-played before, and then you take the GMing role.
Yeah,
and that's why I've never done it again since.
Yeah, I'm a brave boy. Yeah. So it's amazing how quickly you find your friends are willing to kneecap strangers. And I don't mean that as a joke. They genuinely wanted to really hurt people. I was like, wow, you're a feminist. She's my mate's other half, she's a very politically minded feminist, very independent woman. And she was adamant about kneecapping a 14-year-old girl in an abandoned pub.
Guess it's the way how you learn stuff about people through these.
Oh, yeah. I'm going on holiday with her in a few weeks.
Well, are you sure about that?
Does your wife know?
I didn't tell her about that bit.
No, that never appealed to me, that game, because I don't think I'd like to play myself.
We did the thing of like, we don't have kids.
Yeah.
No other halves. Forget about parents and all that sort of thing. Just move that aside. It's just you in a world.
I'd have to do that, really.
Because otherwise you just have the constant moral dilemmas and this and that, and it's just it's no point.
We made that rule on our second game.
Right.
When I made my wife cry in the first game.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see, you're all selling it to me. Something shocking here.
But
things and making spouses cry. That sounds like a perfect evening's entertainment, to be quite honest. I can do that without the requirement for a game structure. Day. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I laugh as much these days, ever, as much as I do when I'm playing an RPG. I mean, that has something to do with the people I'm playing with. But yeah, no, it's great. It's great. It is difficult to get.
I can see it be a scaffold for just having a laugh, really. And
well, that's what it is.
That sort of.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, some people get into it really seriously, but I've never found that enjoyable at all. I just use it as a way of ripping the pee out of people, really.
Yeah.
My entire existence, anyway. But yeah, no. Well, you know who I play with, and they're all very funny people. I mean, Cy Barnes is absolutely hilarious doing it. So yeah.
It gives people something to key their humour off in a way, doesn't it? As well, so it sort of gives you a little situation to riff off.
It's like board gaming, in that it's a structure to have a social interaction with. Yeah. But there's
much more open
and much more social than the board game, where there's an element of having to focus on what you're doing. Whereas when role playing, you can turn it wherever you want. And we don't get all heavily into this, all the storytelling. Oh, my character, all this kind of stuff. My character would never do that. Although there are bits of character come out. My friend Matt always plays a dwarf every single time, and he's very good at dwarf impressions. So I'll have to get him on at some point.
Tell me, he's a very tall dwarf. That would be quite.
He's a giant.
Nothing better than an ironic dwarf. Yeah.
Yes, his names are always something like that. It's very yeah. But obviously, the problem with role playing is the stories you tell people of what happened in them is never particularly as amusing as when it
you had to be
happened.
there.
Yeah, it's very much a had to be there type thing. But role playing media, John, is massive these days, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah. I mean, when we first did it, we were talking about doing some kind of show of some kind, and then we were just all going to get together and play D&D anyway. So we thought, hey, let's go ahead and just make a podcast. Nobody's done that before, right? So we groundbreaking, and we really enjoy it. It's we have a great time. Two of the people have never played D&D before, so we thought that's a great way to get their feet wet and just learn how to do a podcast. And nobody listens, who cares, right?
Yeah.
We're having a good time.
Well, exactly, and if it's an excuse to get together, I mean, it's like these hobby things. I mean, how many watches have we got now?
Yeah, that's why me and Dan do this.
3. There's 4 of us here, so I don't know what's going on there. But
my goal is when you look at Podbean, you can go in and see all the different countries and states and everybody that's downloaded, and I just want to fill the map. I need one guy in Greenland,
right,
and anybody in China, and I think we're going to be doing great.
Awesome.
We just need one.
I think China's more likely to get one person than Greenland.
Yeah.
Does anybody live in Greenland?
Play the odds, yeah.
That's a good way of doing it. Podbean to use. That's free, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do they insert adverts in or anything like that?
No.
We're just having fun and then? How do they make the money?
I hear they do good coffee as well, Podbean.
What's that, Dan?
I just wondered how they made the money.
All you ever care about is how people make their money, innit?
I think
Bloody hell.
I think you can tell a lot about society or an individual or an organisation by working out how they make their money, especially if it's not immediately obvious. I think the less immediately obvious how someone makes their money, the more important it is to know how they make their money. In my view.
Yeah, we can tell it's your view. Yeah.
I'm usually shy and retiring with my views, but not right now. What time is it? You're in India. Are you in Indiana as well, John?
What's that?
Are you in Indiana?
I'm in Indiana, southern Indiana. It's almost 7 here.
Almost 7, yeah.
I'm a couple hours south of Mike.
Right.
But he lives really close to my daughter, so.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he's right up there.
I don't know. I'm thinking I might head to Gen Con next year. I think that might be my big trip.
Oh yeah, me too.
You want to go to Gen Con?
Well, why not?
I would have imagined Gen Con would be the one you'd absolutely not want to go to.
No, I enjoy Essen.
I want to go to Gen Con, but yeah.
I wanted to meet Uncle Atom.
Yeah.
He was at Gen Con.
If you just want to meet people and play games and have a good time, go to Origins. Because Gen Con's a lot more like...
It's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a buying one, isn't it? Yeah, well, maybe I should go to Dice Con again next year. Now I'm there. I don't know. Have you been to Dice Con?
You're seeing all this stuff at the moment, Dan, and you're feeling a bit left out.
I am feeling left out. It must be said.
Yeah, I was saying the other day that the Gen Con and Dice Tower Con are the two I want to go to outside the UK. I'm not fussed about Essen at all.
Clearly, no taste.
You're not tempted to do a last minute dash to Essen, Mike?
Half tempted. I did look a short while ago and could get very cheap flights and a night's accommodation dirt cheap in Dusseldorf, I think, for about like 30 quid a night. Right. So it would be less than 100 quid and do it in a day and back the next day.
Right.
I was like, maybe that might be something to do, but I don't think I'll do it this year. I think the way that it's falling in and around Brexit possible time, and I'm just not feeling it so much this year.
What the
well, who knows when Brexit is, but...
No, I know that.
Essen's end of November, isn't it? No,
October.
Beginning of November, isn't it?
October.
Right.
And Brexit potentially 31st of October.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's more just, I think I don't know, I'm just not feeling a great desire to buy stuff. I'm sure stuff will come out around that time, but I don't feel like the need or desire to go out and drop, several hundred quid over there, I don't think, this year.
Well, you get to pay full price when you go to conventions, right?
Well, no, I mean, I've always found that at Essen, I've got them cheaper than I would have got at pretty much at any other time, unless I'd really waited until they hit bargain basement time. But no, I mean, with the exchange rate, with the euro and the pound, and they usually offer reasonably competitive prices there. They don't do it. Something I noticed at UK Games Expo, they were offering most things a lot of the time at
exactly the same price
close to retail prices. Oh, no,
not if you went to the right stand. No,
yes, I know.
You went to bloody Chaos Cards. I mean Chaos Cards.
All right, okay.
Chaos Cards were unbelievable prices.
What, cheap?
What, good prices?
Yeah, ridiculous. I don't know how they made any money out of it going there at all.
Chaos Cards are always cheap.
I was going to say
yes,
they seem to be like
they
that
are
across the board.
I spoke to the guy basically as the doors opened, and I said, "How on earth have you got that at that price?" He said, "Oh yeah, we're doing everything even way cheaper than our online price." And I was like,
Lost leader.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically, completely. Yes, that's pretty.
But they're very. I mean, they're pretty much always the cheapest price. They've done a good job of bullying their way into the UK market. I guess it's what Zatu are going to try and do and are close to doing. But I don't know if those margins are ones that you can actually push for.
Well, it wasn't long ago where it was either Games Law or
they're not sustainable.
It wasn't long ago since it was either Games Law or Board Game Guru, wasn't it? And now you don't see those guys in all the discussion around it. So
no, it's Chaos and Zatu and Sazu, yes. So yeah, I've always been quite impressed with the prices over at Essen when I've got them, even for new games. It's they usually offer them at a bit of a discount, so by the time they're released at retail, it's sort of a similar price over here. So I've never really overspent.
Crazy high.
Yeah. You go to Cool when you go to Dice Tower Con, and you can order it from Cool Stuff, and it arrives the next day at the actual con, so you can pick it up. The prices at Cool Stuff are almost like half prices of the UK. Yeah. I know Cool Stuff. I know Cool Stuff are cheap anyway, but yeah, it's a lot cheaper. I'm nearly done. Nearly done with these ladies, or the base coat them anyway. What are you on now, Luke?
My beaver is my beaver's taking all it can for the night.
Yeah.
Again, I've got no pictures at all, and all I hear is Dan painting a base coat and ladies. I mean, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, you need to get painting.
Sounds a bit like Goldfinger.
You could join us. Are you up for joining us in the future, John?
Yeah. If you guys are painting while I'm painting.
Yeah. It's something to do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's something to do. It's nice to have a bit of company. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Gotham recently. Anyone watch Gotham?
I need to get back to watch. I think the last series. I think it's all I haven't watched.
I'm only moving into the second series. I suspect it's all downhill from here. It usually is with these types of programs, but I'm enjoying it.
I got into the second series for a bit and then just drifted off it, I think.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
I think it was. I might be the end of third series. I need to watch. I think. I liked a lot of it, but yeah. I'm finally in love with Parks and Rec at the moment. I just love that show. So funny. Yeah, really enjoying
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I have watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yeah.
Watched all those, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Watched a couple of those tonight. They're our go-to have a laugh kind of TV at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I've never watched it in a series. I've only ever chucked it on when I've seen it on. I've never actually sat down and watched a series of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I don't think you need to. I don't think there's not much.
No, I was going to say that. I think that actually shows how good a show it is because you don't need to do that kind of thing.
Well, that's what
it's like Friends or How I've Got Your How I Met Your Mother, or something, that kind of thing.
That's a bit sinister.
I've got your mother. Got your mother locked in my basement.
Yeah.
Those kind of ones where you can drop in and just pick up the episode, but there are stories obviously running through them as well. So Luke, can you start Pex and Rex Park and Rex on season 2? Isn't that where you're meant to start these days? Because the first season isn't that good. Is that?
The first series is only 6 episodes anyway.
Is it? All right.
So yeah, 6 or maybe 8, something like that. It wasn't very many. And then the next series is quite a lot by the look of it.
All right.
But no, it was good. It was good. I would say actually you need to kind of watch it because it starts off with certain interactions between certain people, then they have changed quite a bit by the second one. So yeah, I would say watch it from the beginning.
I watched the first season and found it too cringy, but as far as I'm aware, it gets less. I mean, there's still cringe episodes, but it gets less cringy. It was too much of an Office clone for me, and I don't like The Office.
Oh, it completely is an Office clone, but it has very quickly stepped away from that. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
To a degree.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to end up just skipping the first season because I always end up starting it, getting about 4 episodes in, and then finding it too much. But I think I just need to bite the bullet. And there's loads of stuff I need to catch up on. Go on.
Does Chris Pratt appear in the second series or season, or does he?
He's in it right from the beginning.
Oh, is he? Okay.
He's in it all the way through, isn't he?
Yeah, he's sporadic, for want of a better word. But he's not in it all the time. But then he sort of he's in it for quite a good chunk every now and then, kind of thing. But he's very good at it, very funny. He isn't buff yet from where I've got to. He's still fat Pratt, you know.
He's a very good actor, isn't he? Well, actually, probably not a very good actor. He's a very charismatic individual, isn't he? That's probably more to the point. Yeah. I mean, he's not a bad actor, but he's not.
I see him take on a serious role. I mean, he kind of did a bit with what's the one with Jennifer Lawrence in the space?
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but it's meant to be.
I really like that movie. I think it's a really nice movie.
It's still a rom-com, though, basically, isn't it?
Yes, he has funniness about him, but it's probably his least funny role that I've seen.
Yeah, it's pretty horrific.
I don't think he could do it. I don't think he could do.
Do you reckon Jim Carrey? Do you reckon people thought Jim Carrey could?
I'm still not convinced he can.
Oh.
Have you not seen the
Majestic and Truman Show are two beautiful, beautiful movies.
Majestic.
Yeah.
I've not heard of Majestic.
I don't know what that is. No.
The Majestic is about the artists and writers of communism, where they were threatened to be communist sympathisers.
Oh.
And
I know that one.
It's all about. It centres around a theatre that was called the Majestic, and he was a writer. I want to say, he was a writer, a stage writer, and it was when he was threatened. He was accused of being a communist.
Interesting.
So it touched on. I don't think it was a real story, but it touched on the real things that did happen in that aspect.
Yeah.
Very good movie. Good movie. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Sounds interesting.
Right, I'm going to leave you guys to your touching up with your brushes.
That's fine, because I think I'm going to go as well. I think we may end up calling this a... Should we just call it a night? Is that all right, gentlemen?
Yeah. I'm good to go. Good to go. My beaver is done.
Your
nice to see you, Mike.
Thank you.
And nice
to be here.
Yeah, nice to meet you, John.
We'll
do it. Yeah.
And we will see everybody again another time. I'm going to see if I can play us out, because that's the kind of guy I am. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye. You watch this fail now.
I know why you're blue. You play silly games like
I'm from
that.
there.
You win out for the club, and you still live for you. Come now, don't be so sad, just 'cause your dog is dead. And you can find its head, things can't be